Hello! Alright, so in this video I'm going to be opening up some of the newer Matchbox cars that are coming out. And Matchbox is kind of on a different schedule, so sometimes they have their 2018 cars, and then I know we're heading into 2019 with Hot Wheels, so I think some of these might be 2019, but you can tell some of the newer cars from the older cars because this year they switched the card art to having the actual cars with some of these graphics on them. So first up, we're going to open up the 2018 Nissan Leaf. Now, Matchbox is really well at capturing a lot of realistic cars in realistic manners. So, you know, they had the Ridgeline back in the day, they had a lot of Audi, they had Volvo, they had all kinds of really cool cars, Mercedes, and they captured them in a very realistic way. So if you're ever looking for realistic looking cars in 1/64th scale, Matchbox does a really good job with that. Their fantasy models tend to be really out there, but they capture realistic models very well. And they have some obscure cars that are real in real life that they make. So it's pretty neat. All right, so let's get started with some of the cooler cars. All of them are cool, but we're gonna start off with the second one for the 51 Hudson Hornet. It's got the Fire Chief. It's part of the Rescue series. It's got the Fire Chief livery on it, logos on it, and you'll see that this is a pretty nice car. And they did come out with a police car version of this sometime earlier throughout the year, so you can be on the lookout for that one, or if you already have it. That's a nice looking car. Next, we're going to start up with the Nissan Junior. Now this does have two different rim variants. This one is the circle rims. There is one, I believe that one's part of the 19 bunch. It's a carryover car that has a different, I think it's like an 8-spoke wheel or a 7-spoke wheel. So I could be wrong, might be even less than that, but it does have a spoke rather than the circles. So there is the Nissan Junior. Cool little pickup truck. And we're gonna go to the Austin Healey Roadster. And I'm very glad that they made this. It's got a blue windshield. Now, that's probably the only thing I don't like is the blue windshield. I wish it had a clear plastic windshield, but that's okay. This is a good looking car. Nice warm brown interior, brownish gold. It's got a rear tampo there on the back and front tampos. And they did well with this. Classic British sports car. Well done. So that leads us to the Jaguar XK140 Roadster. Not to be confused with a Morgan. This is not a Morgan, although Matchbox does make one of those as well. So, this is the Jaguar. And this one also has a blue windshield. It's not as blue, maybe it is, but it has a nice vivid red interior. They do have some floor tampo stamping. That is impressive. They have like floor mats and pedals on a 90-some cents car. That is impressive. Like, you can kind of see it there in the footwells. Wow. Okay, cool. They've got the Jaguar. They got a rear tampo. That's quite surprising. They did pretty well with that. Next up is the 61 Ford Ranchero. And it's kind of cool that all these Ute type cars are coming out. I have a feeling that those will be making a comeback. And this color, 61 for 1961, was probably a common color. It's kind of like an off pink, darker pink. I need my wife here to help me with my colors. Whatever you see this color as, I just think it looks very 1961. So they did well. They have the circle rims. It's got some side tampos on the back. Side tampos, rear tampos. No front tampos needed because they have the plastic grille. But this is a good looking vehicle. Again, Matchbox captures realistic cars very well. But the complement to that, and that's a Ford Ranchero from 61, you're gonna have to have the counter to that, which is a Holden. Clearly it's just sold in Australia, but they have the Holden Ute. And this is a newer one, so it's an 08, it's not a 1960s. But if you're gonna have a Ranchero, technically over in Australia, you'd have your Falcons, but you have to have the Holden Ute. And this one I'm opening, I have the original. I had to hunt the original down on eBay back a couple of years ago because I never bought it off the pegs, which I regret. However, I got it off eBay. It's in my collection now. So when this one came out, I was opening it. Probably the only thing minor, in my opinion, is the rims. The rims just kind of look a little off on this one. But otherwise, I think they did kind of modify the casting. It looks a little smoother rather than the sharp. But I know the car itself is kind of smooth. It does have rear tampos, does have front tampos. I'm just glad to finally open one of these and have one of these in the collection. This is just a really cool vehicle. And hopefully I'll have some more videos coming soon with a counter to all of even this. It'll be pretty sweet. So, yep, there's the set of Matchbox cars that I found recently. And be looking for these. I know they're out on the pegs. I believe I found these at a Walmart. So, happy collecting.